Welcome to a brand new feature podcast at the Wine of the Month Club.
Are you trying to do this new thing?
I am Ed Masciana, your host. This is my guest, Paul Kalemkiarian, second generation owner of the Wine of the Month Club. He has absolutely no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, or what I'm going to say. And I did that on purpose because I want his actual responses to be completely ad-lib. And that was one of them. Now, as many of you know, one of my major jobs here is to go back 40 years to see what wines we featured. That's on the website, which were 74 Monterey Peninsula Pinot Noir and Morandell 75 Peace Porter Treppchen. Great wines, both of them. But at the bottom of the newsletter, there was an invitation to a Les Amis du Vin tasting in Manhattan Beach. Now, his father, owner of Palos Verdes Wines and Spirits, was the club store for Palos Verdes, but we always helped each other out. And he put their tasting in his newsletter. Now, I'm going to tell you what those wines were. In
the tasting, the Les Amis du Vin.
Les Amis du Vin tasting.
Yeah, so the Manhattan Beach chapter was different than the Torrance chapter?
Well, yeah, but we did a lot of the same wines. Here are the wines that were featured. 1973 Caymus, 75 Stag's Leap,
wow.
75 Diamond Creek Red Rock, 75 Spring Mountain, 73 Heights Martha's, 73 Mayacamas, 73 BV Private Reserve, 73 Mondavi Reserve, and 71 Trinidad Reserve.
Wow. Who at the Manhattan Beach Group? Was that Marine?
That was Jerry Seps, who later founded Storybook Mountains in Napa Valley.
Storybook. So, now, wow, those are all like premium, ultra premiums.
The title of this is Guess What? And you guess what the price was.
Oh, for the tasting?
For the tasting in 78.
Oh, $12.
$11. Pretty damn good. I'll tell you, I was shocked because everybody I did this with said, oh, $50. Okay, now you take
78.
I took the prices of those wines then and got a formula for what they charged. Using the same formula, what do you think that would cost today?
Oh, to do the thing. If you're talking about per ounce, per pour.
Exactly.
All those wines.
Exactly.
Based on today's prices of the brands. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Why don't you say that?
Because you did.
I'll go with your $50.
200.
Oh. Well, you're really cranking on the calculator today.
Well,
huh?
I did that in my head, but I mean, I was actually shocked, to tell you the truth, because once I started to look at the prices that these are going for, and I mean, back in the day, Heights Martha's was the most expensive Cabernet on earth. It was $12. Today, it's $200. It's not the most expensive Cabernet on earth, but it's still an icon. And
wow.
Now another thing, by the way. See all these bottles back here? Some of these we did 40 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
And I think we need to show them.
We need to taste them, actually.
Well, we could taste them on camera and see how they're holding up.
We did with my dad, right? All right. So that's
my segment.
That's the segment. So this is the classic series for May of 18. And I'm freaking out because we're going to France in May, and I realized May is also our birthday month. So this is our 46th.
Well, it's your birthday month.
This is the Wine Month with 46, May of 1972. My dad featured those 4 or 6 Chablis, which you wrote about, Ed's doing a segment, a special editing and writing on the wines of particular pedigree that we featured long before they were.
And I'll tell you, I've done this a long time. I've been doing it, and some of these wines, I was just awestruck. Yeah. I really was. I was shocked, But anyhow.
So you'll see that coming out soon. But so I have to plan because every May we blow stuff out through here. We have all kinds of offers and things to look forward to, and then I got to get ready to go to. I'm going to see. We're on a tour of Lafitte. We're having a member lunch in Pomerol. So you haven't been in Pomerol on May 23rd or 22nd. You
buy your tickets now, boys and girls.
And then on our way to Monaco for the race, and then Lyon, which I've set up this incredible so far gastronomic voyage gastronomique. It's I've found some restaurants through the Michelin Guide that we're going to visit.
He may not be back.
Yeah, crazy. All right. So this is one of those wines. The guy walks in. I go, wow, that's a really pretty package. And then he's like, yeah, and you can sell it, for $12 or whatever it is in the Vintage Classic series. I'm like, what? And then the wine's like, it's like unbelievable.
Well, when I read the pedigree, who's behind this wine, I'm going, this is big deal stuff.
And it's a small little region called Apalta, which I probably have 5 wines from there.
The balance on this Cabernet is so perfect. Beginning, middle, finish, everything is all there. I mean, at $18.99,
It's like a $20 wine.
Well, it's more than a $20 wine. At $7.99, it's
a stupid wine.
stupid price. There you go. See, he's getting the vernacular down now. This is a 97 for me. God, this is. I mean,
it's got spice. It's got balance. It's got acid. It's got fruit.
This is Chile.
It's a putti. This one you wouldn't know it's from Chile.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, I know it's from Chile, but I'm going, well, maybe I got that wrong.
I didn't actually.
I mean, this has got soil components from Napa. It's got that licorice, leathery sort of component. There's no underripeness here at all. There's no bell pepper. There's no asparagus. It's all ripe, fresh fruit. And
I was blown away, and I can't remember who gave it to us. Austral.
You mean
this one cracks me up? Imported by Austral Wines, Georgia.
Russia or
it's like Georgia. Why do they have wine? They import wines from Chile to Georgia.
It's Awning Estate.
That was a surprise when it walked in. Somehow you have a different glass than I did. So this is our friends of Mondavi Estate again. They're going through a label change, and so we're able to take this normally a $20 wine on the shelf for $17.99 and sell to you for $7.99. So this is a 2015 Chardonnay. Our friend Michael Mondavi, his son Robert Jr.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're making some unbelievable wines, and very similar to the style of what Mondavi wines were when Robert was alive. His grandfather.
Touch of oak, tons of green apples, great middle palate, lots of body.
Wow.
They've become friends of the club. They really like us. And so they bring us these deals where it's like...
Well, yeah, like the rosé, which was out of this world.
Rosé was great.
I mean, I last night tasted a Paul Hobbs Chardonnay that sells for about $40.
Yeah.
With all due respect to Paul Hobbs, I actually like this better. And at $17.99 and a $6.99 reorder price.
Paul Hobbs. It's Paul Hobbs.
You could buy half a case of this for one bottle of the other
Hobbs.
stuff.
It's Paul Hobbs. Yeah, I know it's Paul Hobbs.
It's Paul Hobbs. It doesn't end.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, this is 96 too. I mean, that's a crazy
the
wine.
green apples.
And it's, there's oak in there, but it doesn't come in, slap you in the face, and throw you on the floor and step on you.
Very happy.
What's next?
Well, we went back to our friend Jeff Dye, and they've been showing me this Cabernet forever. And I don't like to show labels over and over again if I don't have to, but he just makes such great wines all the time. And this was just a really good value, so I brought it back.
They all are. I mean, have we ever featured anything that wasn't a great value?
It's got that nose of that ripe, not ripe, but fruit-forward cabs, California. But it's got the acid in the backbone of much more substantial wine.
This is really interesting because the first Cabernet that we featured is the Awning Estate from Chile. This is from California, and there are similarities here, which means that the Awning tastes more California versus the this one, the Oak Grove, tasting more Chilean.
Jeez. When I first tasted this, I was reluctant because I thought there was a little RS in it, a little residual sugar, but there's none.
No, there's no residual. I mean, there's some, but you can't taste it. It would be 0.3%, but the nose is just fabulous.
Now it's opening up.
That's just... Oh, yeah, I'm at a 95 on that. I mean, that's really, really terrific.
So my trainer, who's a good friend, calls me. He goes, I want to learn about wine. I go, why don't you read my course online? He goes, I don't read. I'm like, well, it's going to be kind of hard to learn about wine without reading. He goes, let's go to dinner. I said, all right. So I took him to meet Piace Monday. And I'm looking at the wine list, and I'm starting like, you can't. I mean, you can't. The guy's, like in 3 minutes, his eyes were like, there's no way. I go, this is a study. Wine is a study. It's forever. You're never going to learn enough. So I'll start with the basics. I go, wine is made from grapes.
Well, that's pretty much how I started. And the first thing I do, I like to play with my students when I have them in there. And first thing I ask is, how many of you took this class so that you would know how to order a wine in a restaurant or pick one up in the store? And they all raise their hand. I said, well, then you can all leave because you're not going to learn that.
I should have said it then. Because I started the conversation and did it the same way. I go, why did you want to do this? So you can learn how to, because you feel stupid when you get the wine list at the restaurant?
Yeah, exactly.
He goes,
But what do? You ask somebody who's selling it to you. They're taking your money. They should be able to answer your questions. That's what always annoys me about people. They're so intimidated to order wine, they don't ask any questions. Of course, I ask questions and find out that the guy who's trying to sell it to me doesn't know anything, but that's another story.
Now, this is uniquely different than the Spellbound. Because
Would you stop reading my mind?
It's from Washington.
Just stop it. Exactly, from California.
And it's Washington State.
No, this is Washington, but it's uniquely different from California.
Yeah, so this was a freak thing because it's $16 on the shelf. You get it for $6.99. I got a call from Southern saying on the last day of the month,
The Evil Empire?
he goes, we'll sell you the Red Diamond so you can put it in the Classic Series, but you got to tell me today.
Okay.
It was like 5 o'clock on the 31st. I said, okay. I said,
Well-
and I hadn't tasted it. Right? You know I never do, right?
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh, I didn't.
But I figured when he delivers 800 cases, 400 cases, no, this is only 112 cases. We built 112 cases, and I don't like it. I'll just send it.
That's right.
Took it off the truck.
But the other thing, this is Saint Michel. Okay.
Right, I know, the brand-
This is Saint Michel.
it's very
You don't-
pretty reliable.
You don't argue Saint Michel. I mean, this is truly one of the best wineries in the world. I mean, seriously. At every American wine tasting competition, they have won more Winery of the Year than any other winery, including anybody in California. Because
I know that.
everything they make is delicious.
Yeah, it's good.
Everything, red, white, whatever. It's unbelievable.
So it's leaner, it's crisper, there's not as much green apple, way less oak.
But there's still some apple in there.
Yeah, there's still some for sure, but it's got a pineapple character.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little tropical character. And that's distinctively Washington. Oh, yeah, that pineapple.
I would have to agree with that only because it doesn't taste California. Delicious, 97 for me.
Yeah,
And you know how much I love Chardonnay. This is absolutely spectacular. But I'd basically order any wine from Chateau Saint Michel.
Yeah.
I mean, people ask me what should I order? Anything from Saint Michel.
I think their sparkling for $10 is one of the best deals in the market.
It's really, really good. But I'll tell you what my epiphany was in 1982 when I tasted their 78 Cold Creek Cabernet.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
That should have been in the tasting.
I'm not kidding you.
That should have been in the tasting in
You're not
78,
kidding,
except it hadn't been made yet.
Am I kidding you? I'm not kidding you. Look at this. Hey, that's the Classic Series for
Made.
2018. Thanks for coming.
Okay, my pleasure. Here, let me have those. I'll put them in the box. Get the next ones out.